What is a subtle sign that someone's life sucks? They have good advice for people who've just experienced trauma. Or for how to handle oddly specific and fucked up situations. I worked in a large office environment for 30 plus years, and over time I observed that the people who had hard lives often were the ones who were hyper into things like office Christmas or birthday parties. I think it was often the only celebrations they got to be part of. Misappropriated anger. Sometimes, when they seem less excited or stop doing things they used to love, it might mean things aren't going well for them. They look tired every time you see them. They're very interested in what you've got going on, but don't really share themselves. They're distracted. Super independent because they learned not to rely on anybody. When something is offered to them, they always feel like they don't deserve it. They always politely decline any kind of offer. For example, if you know they are hard on money and you don't want to go out to eat alone, so you offer to pay for a meal for them to come with you. They may decline it not because they aren't hungry or don't want to hang out with you, but because they feel they don't deserve to have their meal paid for. Usually some kind of sign of abuse, of them being unworthy in the eye of a spouse or a parental figure, etc. They're just trying to hold it together, but close friends and family can see the cracks. Just be nice to everyone, you might not see the cracks yet. Don't brush their teeth, hygiene. They nonchalantly talk about traumatizing things like it's no big deal when everyone else is horrified. They don't get excited to go home after work / find reasons to stay at work longer. For me, the cleaning and house duties start slacking. Dishes stay in the sink overnight. I haven't swept for a while. But my faux face is on. Bright and happy. They read posts like this one to see if they are there. Disproportionate reactions. Their reactions to most things are normal or even low-key, but occasionally they have a huge response to something minor. Key sign of trauma. This might be a weird one, but people who are constantly unfazed. Bad things will happen, like the kind of bad things that make everyone freak out, and they just coast like it's just another normal day. If you ask them what their life would be like in a perfect world, they can't even come up with an answer. They're too lost to even think about it. They wince if anyone around them moves quickly. They are overly concerned about what other people are doing. Happy people just want everyone else to be happy. The maturity with which they handle unexpected events. That's really nice of you to ask. Not everyone is bombastic. Some people are disheveled and isolate themselves because they are unhappy and they don't know how to deal with people. They become desperate for outside validation. You say, "How's it going?" They say, "It's going." They are dead inside. Nothing phases them, like their house could be on fire and they're like, "Dang, wanna go smoke?" Yeah, no. They put others down. People who have been through some shit are reading these replies and realizing for the first time what their giveaways were all this time. They drink a lot might not be subtle. When they look for happiness in other people, and their whole day can be ruined if a certain person says or does something that they don't like. Endlessly posting all day, every day, on social media. When people make it sound like their life is perfect. On Facebook. Always shit-talking other people, no matter what. Always gossiping about others. The bats keep stealing the food. When they choose to work as much as possible. Their need to constantly flaunt themselves and their possessions. They yell at fast food workers. Whenever they go to a bar, they are alone, and not even the drunk people will approach you because you look like you are either about to cry or punch a hole in the wall. I know this from personal experience. Their conversations are majority complaints. You can sometimes tell from their driving. Their eyes are red. Not from drinking, but from crying in private. Losing weight not on purpose. They only socialize with co-workers. They don't talk much about things they did on the weekend, or when they took those 2 weeks off. Their hobbies are primarily passive, solo activities like watching television, playing video games, listening to podcasts, or reading books.